What is the world record for one-arm pull-ups? Well, today that's the question that we're going to answer. But first I want you to imagine you're sitting in the gym and you're doing everything you can to just get rid of that little extra pudge that you've got around your belly. We all know what that feels like. It feels fantastic, right? But you're sitting there and you look to the right and you see someone doing something absolutely crazy. Now imagine this. You look to the right and this is what you see. Well, today, we're going to be talking to that crazy person. Guys, we have on our show Mr. Gaston. Gaston, welcome. Thanks so much for being here.
I'm happy to be here.
Yo, we're happy to have you. I never actually told you how I found you on Instagram. Do you want to hear the story?
Absolutely.
Okay, so when we first started Superpowered Humans, I told my mom kind of what I was doing. And so she started sending me these clips of people just doing really cool things because she wanted to help the page grow. And this was actually the clip that she sent to me.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Belly of Tea. The winds blew hard, her bow did down, oh blow me bully boys blow. Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done.
Okay, Gaston, so here's my first question. Obviously, this is a really cool talent, not something that everybody could do. How did you discover that you could do this, and how long have you been making videos?
So what I'm doing right now is called calisthenics. It's pretty much bodyweight workout. So I've been doing calisthenics since 2018. And I've always been good at pull-ups, and generally one-arm pull-ups is something that I had to learn though. I started learning one-arm pull-up back in 2018. It took me about a year to be really good at one-arm pull-up. But one-arm walk, you see me doing the walk, that took me about another year, because you have to figure out the balance, the rhythm, the control and all that stuff.
So that was actually one of my questions, right? As you watch these videos and you're doing that walking thing, you see that you're actually walking to the beat of a specific song. So like, do you have headphones when you're doing that? Are you listening to the song?
It's kind of hard to see in the video, but I always wear like some headphones, earphones, sometimes earbuds, sometimes like Bluetooth earphones. Yeah, so I always listen to the song that I'm dancing to every single time.
No, I didn't actually see the headphones, but one thing that I did notice when I was watching these videos, and it was one of my favorite things when I was going through your content, is that you'll see often in the background, like people are watching you, they're seeing what you are doing. Do you ever have moments where like, people are pulling out their cell phones and they're awkwardly trying to record you, they're just being, you can tell that they're doing it?
It happens all the time. The last time that happened was just last week. So, yeah, I get recorded all the time, and usually people, they always come to me after they recorded me. They always come to me and show me the video. Not even last week. I think it might have been, what was yesterday? That was Tuesday.
Yeah, yesterday was Tuesday.
A guy saw me standing on top of the bar. I don't know if he saw me do that before, and he recorded me. He even posted on his Instagram story like right away.
So in this gym that you go to, obviously, like, do these people that are around you, do they know how many followers that you have on Instagram?
I think it's safe to say that pretty much everybody that goes to that gym knows me. Every single week, somebody comes to me, oh man, I saw your TikTok. Oftentimes it's TikTok. I saw your TikTok because my TikTok has about 270 or 280,000 followers. I can't really remember. And yeah, so it happens all the time. Every time I go to the gym, I get people come to me. They tell me, oh, I saw your TikTok, I saw your Instagram, how you do that stuff. Can we work out sometime?
It gets pretty intense, right? You start throwing in almost like backflips and 360s and twists like that. Did that scare you to do?
Yeah, that's really scary because it is mostly mental. It's really, really mental. It's like 50 mental, 50 skills, or 50 mental, 25% skills, and 25% strength, if you would. What you call flips and spins, that's called freestyle calisthenics. And started doing that back in, not too long ago actually. I started doing that November of last year, November 2021. That's actually my first video that went viral on TikTok.
When you see TikTok pages, Instagram pages start to grow, it's usually because there was one video that really took off. So was that the video for you that really kind of started it all?
Not really. For TikTok, I believe it's gonna be the sea shanty video on TikTok. The one you just showed me. Sea shanty is the one that got me over 200,000 followers. So yeah, that's the number one video that took my TikTok account off.
Yeah, and for good reason. Like I said, obviously my mother loved it. So, you know, whenever things get bad in life, just know that there's some white lady up in Idaho that is in love with you.
And the funny thing, one thing I want to add to it, the funny thing is that dance video is not even that hard. It's actually pretty easy.
Like that's actually one of the less complex ones that you've done.
Yeah, it's crazy how little can.
Well, I will always be impressed. I have this rule in life that like, unless I can do something better than another person, I have no right to talk down to them or make fun of them. It's very impressive. So I love what you do. As far as one arm pull-ups go, how many can you do in 1 minute? Have you ever tried that before?
That's a really good question. I actually never really went for like a max repetition. I don't know, I just know when to stop. But if I really wanted to push it, I could do 10 reps. Not all clean though. Probably the last few are probably not gonna be as clean as maybe the first 5 or the first 6.
So do you know by chance what the world record is for one arm pull-ups in 1 minute?
I think it's 25, I'm not sure.
See, I'm really glad I asked then, because in my research, like I thought it was just 17. That's what I was able to find. But if it's 25, man, it just makes it harder for you to break that world record. I'm so sorry.
Is it Russian by any chance? Or?
Yeah, he was Russian. He was super bald.
Yeah, I believe it's a Russian.
Well, if you ever get to the point where you're growing super huge and you are breaking world records, would you please come back on this show? Because by then, dude, your following would be massive.
If I lose some weight, it definitely might be possible, you know, because a lot of the stuff I do, body weight workout, it's your weight plays a huge role in it. Your weight and your size too, your height.
I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense because like the smaller you are, the less weight you're technically lifting when you're doing the pull-ups. But I mean, like unless you're planning on losing some weight, like you're small enough as it is.
I actually thought about it because, you know, if I could go down to maybe 145, I could do some crazier stuff. But I'm very happy with what I am right now. So I don't think I'm gonna risk that.
Yeah, well, no matter what you decide to do, I think the main thing is that you love what you do. Obviously, you're not in it for the money. It's just because you love doing it. But like, as your social pages grow, like you could certainly find a way to monetize that and, you know, make some little casharoos. But it's very cool to see you doing this just because it's something that you're passionate about. So my final question, basically, what are your plans going forward?
But like you said earlier, I'm not really doing it for the money. As you can already imagine, like when my video went viral, the sea shanty, I got reached out by so many companies, like sponsors and all that. Companies, you know, clothing companies, all this, you know, I accept a couple, but not all of them. You know, the ones I wanted to work with, I would always tell them, you know, to just send me the product and say, you know, it's not about money, because I want to, you know, build like a strong relationship with brands and other content creators first, because I think that can take me to places, you know, rather than just the money.
Well, that's pretty respectable. I can respect that for sure. But you have to make me a promise right now, okay? If Coca-Cola ever reached out to you and they're like, "Hey, we need you to record yourself drinking a Coke, doing a one-arm pull-up," will you please do that for me?
I drink Coke. I'm not gonna lie. I would love to. I mean, who doesn't drink Coke? Who doesn't like Coke? I don't know. That would be awesome.
Well, on that note, it would be important to point out that you're not making any money from this video either. You're doing it just out of the goodness of your heart, and for that, I'm very grateful. Do you have any advice for someone who'd be like looking to get into calisthenics and start doing cool stuff, just like you?
It will just be, you know, be consistent with it. You know, I recommend you not give up. You know, just keep showing up at the gym. You know?
No, that's awesome advice. I think anybody would be lucky to have you as a teacher. So if anybody watching the show today are looking to get in calisthenics, or even like you just want to watch somebody do something really, really awesome on a pull-up bar, please go and follow his page. I promise you're not going to regret this. So I don't know about everybody else, but I can't wait to see you chugging that Coca-Cola.
My pleasure. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. We'll talk to you later. Thanks so much.